Well, John, looks like we've got a few replays here to watch.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Hey there, Internet. It's me and John here, our resident OMK masters, so to speak. I'm not going to use that word, actually. That's really pretentious. I'd like to say...
Resident OMK enthusiast.
There you go, John. That's much better. That's much... No, it's the same amount of pretentious, but it's a different kind of pretentious. An acceptable one. Alright, so... These are a bunch of replays we've got here. At the moment, they're all mine. John, do you have any good replays, like recent ones?
No, actually, I usually stomp everyone, so...
Oh, harsh, bro. You're giving out mad vibes of arrogance. Kung Fu guy. Arrogant Kung
I'll
Fu guy.
be sure to save some, I guess, for the future.
Yeah, save some when we're playing, I guess. Or when you play that Soul guy. That Soul kid, he's a notch off the old block of people who actually play this game. Is that a saying? I think that's a saying.
I don't know old sayings as well, so you probably, so... But yeah, it's nice to see people who actually are willing to be competitive with the game. Obviously, you're not going to esports with the game, but hey, whatever.
Esports, fine game community, Illuminati. Alright, so anyway, let's get started here. This first one, I believe, actually, let's just get started. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3, start.
Yep. We got some beat battler here. Virgilio on point. I disagree with this, but...
Oh yeah, this was against Soul. One of the first matches I played against him, actually.
Oh, nice.
He surprised me, so I was giving him, you know, the benefit of the new player doubt. I was playing B Battler. For any of you not in the know, B Battler is pretty weak as a character. So I tend to bust them out whenever I'm trying to ease someone into the new scene, so to speak.
Yeah, it's like you're playing someone new and you're really familiar with the game. You don't want to just go really hardcore, and, you know, until you can judge their skill or whatever.
Yeah, and I love B Battler, even though he's so shitty. So, you know, him and George, both my favorite characters to play at a low level. As in, I suck at them.
Oh god.
Anyway, back to the match. I was really off on my burst bait in this match, if I remember correctly. You're gonna see a lot of
Yeah,
bursts.
I mean... You can't always burst bait perfectly, sadly.
Yeah. Oh, and there's an example of just how bad Cobra Balor's fireball is.
Yeah, she just literally ran up to him and hit him.
I mean, regular Balor's would have stopped that. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you think about the purpose of a fireball, to prevent people from running up to you and hitting you directly.
Yeah, with just anything.
It didn't work.
Yep. Oh, he just runs up in 5 Cs. He doesn't even care.
No, he doesn't. He just hits you. I
There's
think that he has a hard time playing Virgilia, since we're both very familiar with Virgilia. You playing against and me usually playing as.
Yeah, and to keep in mind, anyone watching, that this was one of the first few matches that I played against him. He's obviously gotten a lot better since then. He's really improved really quickly. But wow, it's just fucking 6B, man. Just 6B. It's like a Rono 6C that covers half the screen, and it's invincible, or it's a sword normal.
There's no hurt box.
Oh my god. And there's Shield being useless in that matchup. Shield basically just not very useful in the Virgili matchup at all for all you Rona players out there.
In any matchup, really.
Oh, harsh. True, but harsh.
Oh, timeout. What's gonna happen here?
Yeah.
Look at you dodging past the spears. Oh no!
Yeah, that was obviously a failed dodge, and I was just like, fuck, man. I was so salty about that one. But I was like, alright, let's just get back in there. Start off with a nice anti-air 6C. Seems good to me.
That Rono special will always grab the opponent, even if they're not in a juggable state, so it's
yeah, it's got that anywhere juggle property. Any King of Fighters fans out there will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that juggle all you told me about. Kind of interesting. Seems like there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, it kind of makes me want to look into King of Fighters. The main problem I have with King of Fighters is I don't really find most of the characters interesting. But anyway, we got Battler being Battler, even if it is a shitty Battler. I actually messed up that level 2 setup. I was going for some crazy cross-up shenanigan, I don't know.
Yeah, it used to allow you to combo, but now it's more like a bizarre mix-up tool. You try and get into a strange spot and hit them out of it at a strange time.
Now here's an interesting situation. So, if you don't know, the level 2 restands you and continually shoots you, but you can't burst those because those are projectiles. But if your opponent goes up and hits you, then you can still burst that. However, they'll still get hit by the projectiles, which is what just happened. And because I restood him after he got dizzy, he still had his stun meter left. So the last hit actually still stunned him. Very fortunate, actually. Or, I don't know, maybe I actually noticed that and picked it up for once.
Either way it happened, and it was good for you and bad for him, you know.
Okay, here's a really funny situation. I thought that it was not active anymore, so I decided not to parry it. I was gonna like punish or something. But it was, because those normals are hilarious.
Delano is a 2C. The very tip of it actually doesn't have a hurt box, but there's a little bit of animation. It's kind of misleading.
Yeah, it's one of those funky hitboxes. Right there.
Julia's B moves with the candlesticks are similar to that as well.
Oh, really? Yeah, they have a bit of deceptive range. Not as much as they used to. Ooh. Here's a nice pickup. I was going for the burst bait, but you know, Rono has a bit of a difficulty burst baiting from such a distance.
Rono has a difficulty with everything.
Sad but true. And he gets me with the 6C overhead. How do you block that online?
I know, right? It's really difficult. Like, you just have to be like, is he gonna 6C, is he gonna 6C? And you just have to keep thinking that in your head every time you're in a situation where you can 6C.
And that's a lot, because, I mean, that move has so much range and so little recovery, you can almost just throw it out. It's practically a poke.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, looks like you didn't know about the text this early on yet.
Yeah.
It's a little deceptive, because the throws are like 2 or 3 frames. We speculated at one point that they were even 1 frame, and some of us still hold that idea, because they just get you out of anything.
Yeah, a properly timed meaty will beat it, but it's extremely difficult, and if you mess up, you'll get thrown. So, if you're trying to meaty, you want a meaty with like a projectile or one of the great sword normals in the game.
Yeah, or just get really good at safe jumping.
Yeah, safe jumping is a very good option most of the time. Probably the best option.
Because you can't be thrown in the air, which is one of the main things stopping people from doing their meaties on people. And of course, just wake up option.
And get the super jump, jump C. Oh yeah.
I wasn't too bad for his first game.
Yeah,
against, you know.
Yeah, against one of us. I was very surprised when I saw him for the first time, and I thought he had a lot of potential. And he's really starting to come through on that. Some of these later matches, which we will be showing you, he really gives me some business sometimes.
Giving you the business, man. I want to see this. I want to see you receiving business. No homo.
Oh, okay. You want to scoot on down to number 5 then? That's the one where he won, actually.
Alright. Number 5. Okay, count them down.
3, 2, 1, start. This one's much more recent. Last week or so, I believe. I've been playing a lot of Burn since she came out. I have to say, this character is just so amazing, good, and fun. A lot of fun.
I think she's really good, but I don't think she's amazing.
And maybe some of these videos will show you what's going on. I know I didn't get the chance to do that when I was fighting you, but that was still when I didn't really know much about the character. I played her a lot more since then. Maybe. So he's yeah, he's giving me the business right now, making a few bad decisions with Burn. The thing with Burn is if you mess up your spacing even if a little bit, then you can actually get punished really hard because of the bad range on her normals.
Yeah, you have to be really close to do anything, which means that you're really close to get punished.
You can punish with anything, really, if you mess up the spacing or make a bad decision. You know, I was watching this the other day, and I was noticing he was doing a lot of my old tricks, like the tricks that I was doing like a year ago when we were playing, like all in vanilla, you know, with the old 2A dash up throw. He takes throws a lot, and a few other things that I can't really just call off the top of my head, but it was really weird seeing someone else do those same things that I used to do a lot. Not that I don't still do them sometimes.
Yeah, just going through the same motions that you went through when you first started.
Learning how the metagame. Oh, see, that right there. That's a classic guy special.
I hate fucking Rono. He's such a douche.
A fabulous douche. Alright, so shield. In this matchup, it actually might be useful for something, maybe.
Yeah, it's only useful against another Renove, which is really sad.
To all you Rono players out there, this matchup, the mirror match essentially comes down to whoever has shield on. That's pretty much it. It's also a lot of 5B and a lot of 2C.
Yeah, not really room for any shenanigans in mirrors, it seems.
Yeah.
You both dodge. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, dodge is pretty good, man.
Nice person.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. Amazing. Holy shit.
I was pretty proud of that round. I felt like I was in there.
It's brutal. Right there, if you saw how he quickly did a combo with, or just a hit with Burn, that's because he wanted to end with the meta super on with Rono. So he didn't have enough time to do a fully optimized combo. Because sometimes you want to end your combo with the meta world for positioning or damage.
And Rono's meta world is one of the better combo enders because it has a very high minimum damage, and it also builds a lot of meter. Although I did notice the other day, not too long ago, we used to think that it didn't give any meter to your opponent at all, but it actually does give quite a sizable chunk when it first hits. It's just all the extra damage from the extra hits you don't get any meter from.
Yeah, it's like the game registers the first thing, part of it as a regular hit, and the rest is like a grab part or something.
Yeah, it's like some kind of cinematic grab or something.
For whatever reason, grabs don't give you give your opponent meter when they're hit by them.
Yeah, they still give you meter though, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's probably the main reason.
It's kind of like
yeah,
it's kind of like you get into these like you just get a little bit of meter and a bit of positional advantage every time you get a grab.
Some characters can get more. Burn actually can level 2 after her throw, and it completely combos. There's nothing you can do about it. It's about 1,000 damage, and you still get full OTG and Oki. It's pretty good.
Oh, dude, you're kind of not doing so good here.
Yeah, I'm making a lot of bad decisions this round. Pressing a lot of buttons, and usually that's pretty good with my teams, but in those situations not too much because Burn has a low health, and of course we went over the spacing thing. So yeah, there's a lot of bad decisions, but Soul still played pretty good there. I mean, he pretty much just outplayed me right there, I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. You did do very good.
I'm good on him. I was good. I played that round, or I played that match, and I was definitely thinking to myself, "Wow, I should save this one. This one was really good." Ugh.
I never think to save my matches anymore, because I just kind of forgot.
Yeah, it's difficult to remember. You really want to save the best ones, but then you play a whole bunch like we do, and it's hard to remember which ones were good unless it really stood out.
Yeah. Well, you want to get one more of these, or you think we should end it?
Yeah, one more should be good. Yeah, you pick one.
I'm eyeballing number 6, man.
Number 6? Yeah, alright, let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
You love your ults, man.
I gotta be
like everything.
I gotta be color coordinated, I gotta say. I got that habit from Marvel, actually.
That staggered B move. B stagger into 2B.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's good for guard touches.
Yeah. That's the main use. Because 2B is actually not safe on block at all. You have to cancel it. And you can either cancel it into roses and be mostly safe, or you can dodge and get a better position.
2B is such a bad move.
It's bad, but you know, I've learned to use it, and I've learned to find some situations where it was good. So there was a cross-up anti-air 6C. You gotta love when those happen.
Yeah. You kick him over to the other side of your body, turn around and kick him again.
The hitbox on that move is pretty good. It's probably one of the best moves that he's got.
It used to be have more horizontal range than it does now, actually.
Yeah. Pity of a nerf, but
still kept
you know.
A nice vertical hitbox, though.
Yeah, that was the main use for it. I mean, it's pretty rare to actually just use it as a poke. Sometimes I do, but it makes combos a little bit harder.
Nice jump there he did.
Yeah.
Another nice one. Wow.
Well, the thing about Burns DP is it's actually not too great. I mean, it's invincible and it has some nice vertical range, but the hitbox on it is actually not that great. More often than not,
far off. It looks like it takes a second.
More often than not, I actually found that I clash against most setups, unless they're just really in my face. Another thing to learn, or to remember when you're playing Burn, you have to use your mobility. You just can't not use your mobility.
Yeah, that's kind of what I don't like about her, is that she has all this mobility, but I feel like her pokes aren't that good. Her zoning is okay, I guess, but
I don't think she's... I don't really think she has a zoning game. I mean, I think you could definitely play her like that, especially once you get fragments. Because once you get fragments, like a good supply of fragments, not just one or two, then you can pretty much control the entire screen. Pretty much safely. But I feel like her zoning game is actually more for positioning, and if you want to like force your opponent to come to you, so that you can, you know, punish a bad mistake when they're trying to get in.
I guess I just like zoning characters. When I see a lot of zoning tools like the anti-air cat, the slow ground cat, and then the magic cat, which is basically the 3 beams. And I want to play it as a zoning, but every time I do that, people just get around it and I lose, so I don't like it too much.
Yeah. She's definitely an interesting character. She plays a lot differently than most of the other characters in the game. Definitely gotta say that.
Right there, so, that neutral tag, that was really good. Instead of like trying to engage a character, it's you can a lot of times tag and give that character the ability, and then go in with it. I've
found that a tactic that I like a lot is, if I'm feeling a little low on meter, I'll just air meta and just pretty much spam like a Tiger Knee meta world. Meta Super and build as much meter as I want. It's practically unpunishable by most of the cast if you do it the air version, because you retain aerial options. So if I have a fragment, I can just shoot out fragments, or I can just land, you know. Gives them a lot of meter. It just spreads a lot of meter around. But I'd rather have meter and the opponent have meter than not have any meter.
Yeah, I like to keep the meter low.
Well, the thing is, it's like free meter, and it's like risk-free. And I'm pretty sure...
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really build more than your opponent, but, you know, most of the situations, it's like, I can get this meter, and then maybe I can do something with this meter. Like, even if I'm at a disadvantage, like right now, if I get the meter, then I can do this and make a comeback. And if I don't have meter, then I can't make a comeback. I mean, that's just the long and short of it.
And some characters do more with meter than others as well.
Definitely Rono. Rono's option, or his EXs, are definitely way better than his non-EXs, except for maybe Rose's. Both versions of Roses are pretty good, or reasonably good. EX Roses is definitely good.
Yeah, and then you look at a character like Cannon, and what are his EXs? Even his Wake Up isn't too good, because it's more like waking up with an invincible 2C that's really fast, because it hits low and then it goes up in the air. It's not really good for anti or anything else.
It's even got the same like animation at the start, or close to it. That's a really good description, actually.
Yeah, it's like if you can have an invincible 2C just instantly, that's what his Wake Up is. And then he jumps up in the air, and why does he do that? Then he's unsafe when he comes down. Silly fucking Cannon.
Yeah, most of the time you just want to do regular DP. It's still invincible, or it's or maybe it's not invincible. I'm pretty sure it is, but if it's not, then it becomes active in like 1 frame or something like that. So it usually just beats things.
You know, from Melty, it kind of reminds me of Chaos's Mantis Claw, just because of how fast it comes out and the space it covers.
Oh yeah, I think you used that metaphor before.
Yeah, I mean, it's accurate. Punishable, but if you do the light one, he doesn't jump up very high, so, yeah.
Well, that's just another good option for Cannon, I guess. That's one that we can tick off on the good options for Cannon instead of the weird options for Cannon. We'll put that with 2A and Jump B and Wolf Jump.
What about the Air Fireball that you can tie your knee in control position? Or the Wake Up Super that is like 0 frame startup?
Yeah, that's too... Fuck, man, I hate that Fireball, especially when I'm playing Rono. It's like... I can't really do much about it. You can't even like anti-air it.
We should either put a video of Cannon on, or perhaps end it and get some footage of Cannon playing, and then we can rant about how good he is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's enough for now. This is Guy,
and this is Jonerific.
Bringing you some quality OMK matches. Stay tuned for more. Oh, and if you ever want to play either of us, most of the time we're going to be on the hashtag Umineko IRC chat. Let me see if I could find the actual name for that. irc.mizumi.net hashtag
Put it in the
Umineko.
description.
Yes. So, until next time.
Yep, see you guys later.